Hey, what's going on, guys? Johnny, aka Tropical Fish Guy here. Today we're going to talk about nano filters. Now, what is a nano filter? All it is means it's a small filter. So what do you need a nano filter for? For small tanks, right? I mean, small tanks like under 10 gallon, under 5 gallon, you know, things like what I'm going to do today is I'm going to put nano filters on my betta vases. So if you're tired of cleaning out your vases all the time, if you got a betta in a bowl or something like that, you want to upgrade the size of it a little bit. You know, at least, you know, people say 5 gallon, but you know, my bettas are in big vases here. And they're happy, they blow bubble nests and stuff like that. But I get tired of having to clean out the vase every 2 days, right? I mean, it's like, I love my fish, but it's a hassle. So what are you going to do? The best way for low maintenance is to get a nano filter. And today we're going to take a look at the ones that I've bought for these vases here. So the nano filter I got is the Azu Mignon Filter 60. I guess like filet mignon or something. I don't know. But it fits in the palm of your hand, and I will zoom in closer. I already put one in on this vase here. Can you tell where it's at? Nope, probably not. But it's right behind this plant here, so it's easily hideable. You can easily hide it with some decorations or whatever, and you can hardly see it in your bowl. And here's my purple betta. Haven't named him yet. If you want to pitch in on some names, he's real cool. And he's a veil tail. He's saying hi to you. Check him out. He's very happy in there. But as you can tell, the water's a little bit cloudy, and actually a good time to put these filters in is before you do a water change and before you clean out your aquarium, so they can build up the bacteria in the filter a little bit. But yeah, this, you can easily hide it. It doesn't take too much room in your aquarium. Here I'm going to show you how I'm going to install the other one that I got, and they're only like 10 bucks. I mean, on Amazon. I'll put a link in the description somewhere, and in the description below, and also up here somewhere, so it's convenient for you. Here's my blue veil tail betta. He's very happy, but like I said, I'm getting tired of cleaning the water every couple of days, every 2 or 3 days or so. But you know, he's happy in there. You know, it sure beats a cup. I know I'm going to get some hate for putting him in small aquariums, but you know, they seem very happy, and they're doing really well. Here's my 10-gallon tank just to show you. Here's my red veil tail betta. We call them ruby red, and maybe rosy red, depending on the kid that I ask that time of day. But you can see that this aquarium is overgrown with algae, so I'll do a video later on the best thing to take care of algae. But anyway, so the nano filter that I got is the Mignon 60. So it's a real small filter. Let me unbox this thing for you. It's got the instructions in Chinese, but I'm sure somewhere in there there'll be some English version. Say hello to my dog, Nikki. Anyway, sorry. So pulling out the nano filter. Get rid of this box here. So it comes in this plastic bag, which we're going to remove and properly dispose of. Don't let kids put them over their head or whatever. But as you can see, this thing is a very tiny filter, but it's well put together, and I'll tell you why. Okay, so inside it, and it's only like 10 or 11 bucks on Amazon too. I mean, this is a good deal. So inside it has one of the good things about this filter that other filters don't have. It's got a sponge pre-filter so that your fish don't get sucked in, babies don't get sucked in or whatever. And let's see here, so pull these out. These are the filters that come with it. You got a carbon laced filter, that black one. It looks like that was in there this way. You want the sponge to hit first as the water flows, so this is actually the back. So we'll turn this around. So this is the front of the filter, right? So the sponge part, if you want to look in here, and I'll pull all this stuff out too. So it has the intake valves, intake tubes, my bad, intake tubes. So here is the filter right here. I mean, very, very tiny, perfect for a small betta tank. Here are the filters that come with it, and these are really good because this one is the sponge. They're both sponges. This one is carbon laced, but these, the good thing about this is you don't want to keep buying filter pad replacements all the time, right? They sell you the filter, and they want you to buy the filter media, like the filter pads, like this one comes with. They want you to change that once a month, but I've got a cure for that, right? So I mean, this is the solution right here. So the sponge part, the yellow part, goes towards, okay, so the water gets sucked, the water gets sucked up in here, goes down through this tube, out here, through this sponge first, and I'll put this in there as best as I can. Let's see here. Push that down a little bit. Okay, so goes in through that tube underneath, overflows here, goes through the sponge, so the sponge captures all the mechanical stuff like big chunks of food and fish waste and stuff like that, flows through, and the carbon chemically filters it. That takes out like hairsprays or smoke or any type of toxins in the air, and then the water flows out this way. Now if you notice, there's still a big gap right here, so that we can optimize a little bit, and the way we do that is simply by adding more filter media, right? So I bought this replacement sponges for the Azu Mignon Filter 60, and you only need to buy one of these. Like this package right here will last you like 10 years. I mean, this really is all you need. So one filter, one set of replacements, and I'll put this on a link above or below or somewhere. And this comes with 4 of each. So you really need one more sponge, yellow one, and one more carbon one. So what I do, and let me warn you, if you overdo this could void the warranty. I mean, but big deal. I do it all the time. It double increases your bacteria buildup and your filter efficiency. It's like buying 2 filters in one, because you have the 2 sponges and then you're going to add 2 more. So the first thing I do is I add this sponge filter right in front of the first one. I don't know if I can show you that, but I just push it in there until it fits. There we go. It fits. So now, guess what? You've got double the filtering capacity. The water will still flow through because they're very porous. And if you notice here, you still have some space here. Now, what you don't want to do is you don't want to try to cram this in there, although there might be space, probably not. What you want to do is take advantage of this right here. So what I did, and also it inhibits the water flow from overflowing. but eventually, you know, you will have to clean these. So what I do is I stick this like this in there. And you'll see how it is on this filter here that's running. Maybe not, I don't want to move those plants, but I'll show you as I install this thing. The next thing you want to do is you want to put on your intakes. Okay, so there's 3 pieces in this little package. This black piece, I'll show you what that's for, but these 2 intakes, right? And you want to put these 2 intakes together, and I'll show you how. Let's see here. Okay, so here are the intakes, and then this little black piece hooks on to the bottom of the filter so that you can adjust so that the filter stays kind of flush with your tank or your vase or whatever, so it doesn't tilt like that and spill the water out. It's flush, and I'll show you that. But first we're going to put in, see the one with the slits? That's the bottom one. And this one goes on top. Check this one here. On top in here, and it fits nicely in there, so it makes one long filter tube, right? One long intake. So this one fits here, right? So push that in there. Snap. There you go. So you have a filter right here. Nice and easy. Now this black piece you fit on the bottom so that, like I said, your filter stays even to the ground and there's no let's see, there's no water that overflows, hopefully. So that snaps in there like so, and hush, and you can adjust up or down, right? You can adjust that to fit your vase or your aquarium. So that is how it's set up at first. You've got your, this is the impeller and impeller motor. That's what turns. It's got a little impeller in there that turns like a boat rotor and pushes the water from the aquarium all the way up the tube, and like I showed you earlier. Okay, so now the cool thing about this filter is it comes with a foam filter pre-filter. So you hook that into, or you don't hook it, but it's got a little hole here. So you fit it into the intake. Just like that, okay? So the bottom of this tube does not have a hole in it, which is cool, so the fish don't get sucked in. But the water flows in here, and like I said, the good thing about this is that you want to, you can do it when you do a water change, but I'm not going to do a water change so that I can get all the gunk sucked into the foam filter, and it's easy for me just to build the bacteria pretty quick. So I'm going to hook this on top of the vase. I'm going to unwind the cord, and the cord is pretty long too, so that's cool. Dispose of properly, and here's how long the cord is. Oop, shoot, I almost dropped my filter. Okay, so the cord is maybe, let's see here, I don't know, 4 feet maybe, 5 feet. So we're going to set this filter, and it fits nicely. It's got a big opening here, right here, this little area right there, to where you can just lay it inside, or on the outside, on the outside of a aquarium, or in my case a vase. So you would stick the foam inside the tank like this, and it fits nicely right there. And you can see the gap right there, and that's what this little black piece is for. If this is laying too far out, adjust it. If it's going too far in, adjust it. So we want to hide this. Okay, so before you plug it in, you want to fill it up with dechlorinated water. Okay, so you want to fill this up with dechlorinated water, and you'll see how the water will flow out of it, but you want to fill that chamber up so it doesn't burn up, right? So you can see that the water flows out like that. And I'll move this plant for a second. And you can see all the gunk floating around. I've decided not to clean this, and the reason why is all that stuff is going to get sucked into the filter. And you say, well, why do you want that? At first you want it so you can cycle this filter. Cycling means building up the bacteria so that the environment, it builds up bacteria so that it eats the ammonia and the nitrites. Basically it means that it builds the bacteria inside the filter, inside this foam. That's why I put a lot of foam in there, to make sure that your aquarium is safe for your fish. That's all it means. So we're going to fill that up a little bit and make it to where the water's about so high. Make sure that the intake comes all the way down, as far down make sure that the water goes above the intake. That's all you need to do. Now you go ahead and plug it in. So let's find the plug here. Let's plug it in. You can hear it starting up. You'll hear it gurgling and buzzing for just a minute as it sucks up the water. And it gurgles and burps and buzzes and stuff. And when it does its thing, you'll see the starts to fill up, and you'll see the water shoot out of the filter. Now another good thing about this filter, you notice this filter is so powerful it's blowing away my beta. Another good thing about this filter is that you can adjust the flow. See this thing right here? That's max flow. You don't want that. Another reason why we put this here, put this foam right there, is to slow the flow. But you can adjust this, and this means all the water is flowing fast. So the more you turn it to the side, the less flow it will go. So we're going to turn it to where the lines are like perpendicular, I guess. The lines are like this, so the water flows through and kind of slows it down. And you can see that there's just a little bitty trickle left compared to that river, right? And depending on the kind of fish that you have, it might be okay. If you have river fish, they expect it to flow pretty strong. But betas, they don't like strong flows. So turn it down as much as you can, maybe even a little more. There you go. And you get a nice little trickle. You'll see that the water is fine. He's not being blown away or anything. so he's cool. We're going to fill up the water just a little bit more. To where you can't even hear it. Hear that? That's that filter. This is quiet. So even quieter, we put the top on. The top is cool. So you'll see here that you want to put this here so that the water doesn't overflow, right? But like I said, this is hot rod near filter for overcapacity. Could void your warranty. Could flood your house, whatever. But make sure you check these every now and then. I'll do mine about once every few weeks or so to make sure that it doesn't overflow. And one way you can tell is that if you see water coming down to where it shouldn't be coming down, it's time to squeeze out your filters. And I'll show you how to do that in a later video. So you put that on right there. Cool. Looks nice. I'm going to move it. Turn the vase around. Like so. Like so. I'm going to, and you can adjust your heater. I've got a little heater there. I'll do a video about what type of heater to use, but later. But you can take that, take your plants, your decorations. Hide your filter a little bit. And of course, let's see here. There you go. That's the plant right there. That filter's hidden pretty good. That filter I will hide pretty good. So when you have guests and stuff over, they won't notice that filter so much. The fish are happy. You're happy because you don't have to spend a lot of time cleaning the fish tank, cleaning the bases, or doing anything except enjoying your fish. And the water will get cloudy for a couple of days. That's fine. All it is building the bacteria. You don't have to do anything different. And you can adjust if the filter is leaning back too much. Adjust the black knob that I showed you. So that looks like it's doing pretty good. Alright, good, awesome. I could fill it up just a tad bit more, but you want a little bit of surface agitation to get oxygen mixed in with your water. Of course, I can clean my bowl. Of course, I can clean my vase, you know, with the algae scrub or whatever. And I can put more plants up here. Just, you know, make it pretty. Get rid of my T-valves here. Okay, and so now you've got filters in a vase, and you know, you can use this for up to, like, I think 5 gallons. It would be good for up to 5 gallons. Probably not anything higher than that. 5.5 maybe, but not a 10. 10 gallons you probably want to AquaClear 20 or something like that. But there you have it. Nano filter, small filter for your aquarium. So yeah, if you got any questions, hit me in the link, hit me in the description, or hit me in the box, and let me know what filters you use. Or if this has been helpful to you, please give me a like, comment, and subscribe, and hit the bell notification for future videos. And I hope this has been helpful. Thank you a lot for watching the video. Thank you very much. Love my subscribers. And happy fish keeping. Peace out. I'm going to get some shrimp for this tank to eat the algae.